I have a question.
Bismillah.
Uh, Okay, on this broken plurals,
Yeah.
knowing that there's a wow and then there's a kasr, why is that going to help me? Knowing that,
You tell me.
well, that's what I'm trying to understand.
So go back to what we were doing here. Where is it? So we were going here. Okay. How do you
Yeah.
know what's happening here? How do you know that the barns aren't sleeping in the horses?
Okay. Because we know that the horses are sleeping in the barns.
Why? How do you know that? Think about it.
The horses what we are talking about are doing the verb, which is sleeping.
What is it that you take for granted that maybe somebody learning English from China wouldn't necessarily know?
I think you've said it before, which is that the subject is always at the beginning.
Excellent.
And I do take it for granted because I've never thought about it before,
Exactly.
to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
yeah,
So you take it for granted because in English it's the order. In
yeah.
Arabic, it's not the order. You
What
can
is it
change the
then?
order, and it's still, and in fact, that regularly happens. One of the things that I will test a teacher who I want to employ is when the order is changed, do they still get it wrong? Today, one of the teachers, I interviewed a teacher, and she almost got it wrong. She actually made a mistake, and then she corrected herself. And I said, you were this close to me losing faith in your ability, yeah? Because you can have the order switch around, yeah? So in Arabic, it's the sign at the end of the word. You see? Now, the prepositional phrase, to know that it's a prepositional phrase, yeah, one approach is to memorize everything. But the other approach, which is the more efficient approach, is if you know the sign, if you know sudur is got a kasra on it because of this preposition, you know this preposition, then you'll say to yourself, well, what is this preposition attached to? Because a preposition is going to be linked to a verb. So what preposition is this linked to? Or which verb is this preposition linked to?
Right. So because of this, we know that it's not linked to of mankind. We know in this that it's linked to the sudur, suduri,
Not
right?
which verb is it linked to? Fi.
Sorry, it's not a verb. It's linked to the noun, isn't it?
No, it's linked to a verb.
Right. Okay.
It's linked to a noun and linked to it. Look, if you think of it in English, in is linked to the noun and it's linked to the verb. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You need both, don't you?
Yeah.
You need to link the preposition, because what it's doing is telling you the relationship between the two. It's sleeping in barns, sleeping on tape. Like here, float on water. So it's a different relationship. You can say float in water. That doesn't make sense. You can say sink in water. It's a different relationship. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So in English, it's purely just the order, but here you have these signs at the end of the word which also tell you what's going on. Yeah. So for example, the
Yeah.
sudur here, it's got the kasra, so we know it must be linked to fi because it's got kasra at the end. So then we
Okay.
have this prepositional phrase, and then we can link. That's what this thing here is called muta'alliq. It links this then to the verb yuwaswisu. Yeah. So this is what you're doing. So now what you do, firstly, you link these two words together. We haven't covered this, called mudaf ilay. Yeah, basically mudaf ilay is of, the way you say of in Arabic. So we've linked that. Then we link this to the fi. Okay. Then we can link all of this,
Okay.
fi sudur nas, all of it, we can link it to yuwaswisu. And then we link all of this, yuwaswisu fi sudur nas, all of it, we link it to alladhi. Yeah.
Okay.
How beautiful is that? Yeah. And it's all linked in, it's all diagramized, everything. And that's when you know you understood the ayah. Yeah? That's what's called tarkib. You're literally like a jigsaw, like a Lego blocks. You're putting up that
Yeah.
connects to that connects to that, to that. Now, if you took away all of these signs here, how would you know what it is? You rely on the end of the words.
That's
The
it.
definition of grammar is you understand what's happening at the end of the word.
Okay. No, that's great.
Answer your question? Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I think what's happening is because I'm doing the part of a sentence at a time, it's about the whole sentence, isn't it? So I should always be looking at the whole sentence throughout. Is that
Yeah,
what?
so you're operating at 3 levels. You're looking at the words. You need to know what
Yeah.
each word is, because if you know this is a relative pronoun, then you'll know every relative pronoun needs to have a sila, needs to have something it's connected to. Yeah. Every preposition needs to be connected to a verb. These are rules that you'll pick up with time. Yeah.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. So I'm glad
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. Thank you.
I'm getting some good comments about this explanation. Yeah. So just for
Can
those of
I
you who
just
missed it,
quickly ask, sorry, what does PP mean in VS?
prepositional phrase. So
Okay.
under any preposition, you always have this PP, prepositional phrase, and then verbal sentence, because it begins with a verb. All of this is a verbal sentence. You could have this by itself. يوسوس في صدور الناس.
Okay.
You don't need, but then it's have الذي. So all of that's connected to the الذي.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.